Rise and shine, mothers and brothers, and cheese wedges and handlebars all over the world. Saturday morning. How are you today? I'm psyched because I'm 204 pounds. Trying to get down to it's not my all-time low. My all-time low is about 8 pounds. But I was 260 pounds, man, of solid rock at one time. Actually, not really solid rock. I was solid, but it wasn't rock. I had to lose 50 pounds of ugly fat. Anyways, after the recent doctor visit about a month ago, I think I weighed in at 212. Gained some weight over the winter. Wasn't losing it because I'm standing behind a chair in a mall, cutting hair, trimming beards. I got to get moving more. Taking the stairs instead of the escalator. But today I get on the scale, 204 pounds, baby. I'm feeling good. Got to start getting back to the gym a little bit, maybe taking some walks. Have some date walks. How's that sound? Doctor said, when I asked, what is my BMI? BMI is a scale that is used to, it's for insurance purposes. And she said it's not an accurate reflection of what your healthy weight should be. It's more of an insurance thing, and it's kind of a scam. It's body mass index. So according to the BMI scale, I'm obese. Yeah, I'm obese, right? Anyways, after being a kind of a solid dude and into weightlifting and all that kind of stuff, my body mass is a little more solid than most, so I step on the scale and weigh heavier than what I look because I tend to be a little more solid. I want to get down, be a little leaner. Now, my BMI said I should be like 155 to 175. I'm like, what? What, are you kidding me? She says, George, you would be sick if you were that light. I said, well, what do you recommend? She says, without being too skinny, because she says, as you get older, you need a little more reserves. You need more, energy is stored in the form of fat, and we use that. So she says, you don't want to lose all of your fat. So she says 185 to 190 would be great. I would be content at 190. So I am well on my way there. So 204 this morning. I feel good. And then in a couple months, I get my blood work done again, and the real health is those numbers, man. When they start looking at all the numbers of the various tests they do in your blood, that's so important. And so anyways, good day today. Listening to Grant Cardone this morning, how it is your obligation to get rich. In other words, you need to be a good steward of your 24 hours. Are you just going to sit on your 24 hours, or are you going to do something with it? And I'm not talking about being like a Zen Buddhist and just being happy with everything. There's nothing wrong with being happy and nothing wrong with relaxing and whatever. But what's interesting is I feel that we are stewards of our time and resources. And so everybody has Steve Jobs had 24 hours in his day, just like you do, just like I do. John Paul DeJoria, who was one of my business idols, who was the founder of Paul Mitchell Systems, I have a recommendation for you. Go on YouTube and watch his speech to the Stanford Business School. It will be the best 50 minutes you've spent this week. Actually, the second best. This is the best right here. Just kidding. He is such an inspiration, and he's hardcore, man. He will get you out of your rut. Holy crap, I wish I listened to him years ago, because I spend years in ruts. In my past, I'm dead serious about this. I spend 10 years in a rut, feeling sorry for myself. I got a PhD in pity party. And when I got out of it, no one lifted me out of it. No one felt sorry for me, because you thrive for a while on people feeling sorry for you and understanding you. And I hear you, brother. Too bad, brother. Horrible. Horrible. Teach a man how to fish. What do they say? Give a man a fish, you fed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish, you fed him for a lifetime. I've had some people give me some fish, so to speak, and kept me alive for a while. For a few years, I actually enjoyed and benefited from the benevolence of others when I couldn't help myself. And there's nothing wrong with that. And the key is to pay those people back with love and benevolence 100-fold. When everyone goes through dips, everyone has mountain peaks, everyone has valleys. Never forget the people that helped you out when you were in your valley. Never. You owe them, and it should just flow out of you, and that's how I feel. All right. It is your obligation to get rich. Yeah, but. No, yeah, but. But I'm okay on $70,000 a year, but you could do better on $150,000 a year. You know why? If you want to do great on $70,000, then do great. Make the other money and give it away. Give it to your church. Give it to a homeless shelter. Give it to a food pantry. Because you're not giving a lot of money. If you're making $70,000 a year, you're not giving away a lot of money. You're living on a lot of that. So if you have, let me put it this way, if you have the ability to do more, it's your obligation to do so. If you don't have the ability to do it, then I don't want to say that that's fine, then that's the way it is. But when the army of average wakes up, they're unstoppable. When you realize that you have everything that you need pertaining to life, godliness, the next level of riches, the next level of giving, the next level of stewardship, then you're onto something there. Some of you will feel like this is a fire that is lit under you. Some people will get, I've already had comments from people. Why are you pushing about success and moving forward and motivation? Why are you always banging on that drum? You know, dude, let me tell you something. You stay living in your hut, that's fine. I'm not going there. I lived that way for a short time. I ain't gonna be there. And I almost got used to it. Now, you need to be content in all your situations, whether you're poor, whether you're rich, wherever you are. If you're living in a damn tree house or a hut, you gotta be content. And only until you're like somewhat happy and content can you like consciously plan to get better, to improve, to move up the ladder. That's real important. You need to consciously make that effort and then start pounding away on it, on those 24 hours in a day. Get the sleep that you need, and then the rest of the time, turn off the damn TV, get away from the PC, plug into your motivational people, whoever they are. If it's me, that's great. If it's Grant Cardone, if it's Gary Vaynerchuk, if it's Dan Kennedy or Jay Abraham, plug into them and get a steady dose. You know, they say you need 8 glasses of water a day. Remember, we've been hearing that. 8 glasses of water a day. I can't drink 8 glasses of water a day. I'd be peeing like every 30 minutes. So here's the deal. When I was in a low point in my life, there were a couple people that I listened to. This was actually before the internet. I listened to a lot of cassette tapes and read a lot of their stuff. Number one was Dan Kennedy. You can never go wrong. I will give you my mentors. Dan Kennedy. Dan Kennedy was benevolent to me when I was at a low point in my life. And some of the messages that I got from him have been incredible, and I'm using them to this day. Dan Kennedy. Second one, Jay Abraham. Look those two up. There is no downside to reading any of their stuff or listening to them. Now they're both on YouTube and using social media. But I am from the day when there was no social media, there was books, and you actually cracked open a book. Dan Kennedy, Jay Abraham. They will change your life. But I sat on that information. It's almost like there was a gold mine underneath me. I knew it was there, but I never grabbed a shovel because I wanted the gold to just miraculously pop up through the dirt so I could say, I'm rich. I will tell you right now, you have a gold mine sitting under you right now. And these videos and the motivation that you get from this data, this information, is the shovel to help you dig that gold out. And every single one of you has the ability to do that. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your background is. Nobody has ever been lower than I was. Nobody has ever been more, has felt more sorry for themselves than I was. Some of the things were my fault. I needed to take full responsibility for my lot in life. Some things I felt like I was kind of victimized at, but I will tell you this, it's not getting punched down or kicked down that defines you. It's what you do. It's how long you stay down when you are down. You want to stay down there forever? As Barbara Corcoran says, the difference between successful people and non-successful people is how long they feel sorry for themselves after an adverse event. So that's something to think about. There's an old building turning into a brewery right here. I love it. I love development, man. I love it when people take old buildings and make a successful business out of it. Today's Rise and Shine, mothers and brothers, is brought to you by the short sleeve white shirt, the skinny brown tie that's about 60 years old, and a tie bar that I wore when I was a little kid. When I was a little kid, my first Holy Communion in the Catholic Church. Remember tie bars? You guys wear tie bars? Every now and then I wear a tie bar. Most of the time I just use like a small safety pin, or I tuck my tie into like after the third button. Like if I'm doing a trim or a shave on somebody and I don't want my tie dangling in their face, I just tuck it in my shirt. All right, I am almost at my work that I'm very happy for. I'm happy for don't give me anything except opportunity. Expect nothing. How's this? If you don't see the opportunity for yourself, create it. Make a way. Make a way for yourself. That's what we do, man, with Rise and Shine and Beards Without Borders. We make things happen. If you don't see as Dan Kennedy was one who said this, if you don't see the circumstances that you want, create those circumstances. There's something to be said about that. Some people need just a little fire lit under them, a little kick, a little motivation. I'm not one that responds to encouragement. I kind of respond to a kick in the ass. That's what I respond to. Some people need gentle encouragement. I'm like a mixture of ass kicking and encouragement for a lot of people. I'm not gonna sit there and feel sorry for you, because that never helped me and it will never help you. But I'm not gonna scream at you like a drill, like a boot camp, drill instructor. That's not gonna happen either. But a combination of both, of being firm and being encouraging. So firmly encouraging. The other thing is this, is that I know I gotta clean up my mouth, and there are some people. I know Grant Cardone, he uses some language, and that's okay. My ears aren't sensitive little ears, and what I'm not doing is I'm not giving people a scorecard based upon their language. Gary Vaynerchuk is just dropping the F-bomb left and right. That's not who I am. That's been pointed out to me. But I will say it is who I am. It is who I am. I work hard at not cursing. I work hard. My natural mouth is not a clean mouth. I don't want to be foul-mouthed. It doesn't sound right. Here's something. I want your wife or your girlfriend or your children or your boyfriend or your husband, whoever's watching this, I want the people in your life to be able to watch these videos if they choose to and say, yeah, he's good for you. I like what he says. Keep listening to him. I don't want to give you any stopping point. I don't want people that say, yeah, I liked him until he started using this language, or I liked him until he said this. I never want to get to that point. I want to be able to attract and help the largest amount of people possible by firmly encouraging them. My first my first love and my first obligation is to the bearded community, because that's how I started. It's humble. Your beards start out very humble and they grow. Bearding is actually such an incredible object lesson for life. Bearding is amazing. It starts out slow, takes patience, doesn't look good, it's not pretty at first. People might mock you. It takes a little care. And then when it starts to grow, it looks glorious, because I believe at Beards Without Borders that all beards are beautiful. All beards are beautiful. This weekend I'm doing another Beards Without Borders broadcast. I'm not sure what the topic is going to be. Usually they're fairly spontaneous. I don't plan things. Something comes to mind that I think would be beneficial for everybody, and usually it's something that's reflective in my life or something that helped me. So there's going to be a Beards Without Borders. I'm probably going to have a Cohiba that Bob from North Jersey, from a wonderful motorcycle club up in North Jersey, he came and got his beard trimmed and knew that I was a cigar fan. So he brought me a nice tube, a Cohiba tube. Love it. I'll probably have that. And I'm probably going to have, I'll tell you what, I like that Don Julio. Amazing stuff. Or I'm going to get a single malt. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I like sipping. I'm not a slamming kind of drinker. I would rather sip a top expensive tequila and let a shot last for a whole hour because I love the taste. And that's how I like my cigars. Just I like them expensive, smelling great, and they last a long time. So literally a shot can last me the same duration as a good, fairly large sized cigar. And it's just a nice little session. It's peaceful. I'm going to start a series of conversations with people, a video series of conversations with various people who you would never expect. It's not just going to be like the conversations with bearded brothers. It's going to be with people, and I'm talking with people about various topics. I think you're really going to enjoy it. I'm going to pick people who are going to sit with me, maybe share a drink with them, and we're going to talk. So it'll be fun. And maybe even have a cigar. People who enjoy cigars as well. Well, I bid you peace. Thank you for spending my ride to work with me. It makes my time worth it, rather than just putting on the radio and just listening to news blabbering away or the weather report. Have a fantastic day. I see some flowers. See them, like, where are they? Right, I'm not pointing in the right direction. Right there. There we go. Flowers in the middle of the road. Everything is opposite when I'm taping on my phone right now, videotaping on my phone, so everything is opposite from what I see. I like the flowers. Stop and smell the roses, man. Stop and smell the roses. Thank you for your feedback. I'm trying to get back to everyone in a timely manner. I was slacking on that. Honestly, it takes time, and I really do want to build up my fan base and subscribership. And there's always one dickhead in the entire, there might be 1,000 people saying nice things, and there's always one dickhead. And you know what? That's just how it is in life. There's always going to be someone who's critical or just being a jerk. That's life. Live with it. Live with it. That's all. All right, man. I appreciate you. Get out there and rock it today. The weekend is not a time to relax. It's a time to plan. Plan your attack. Here's a neat thing to do. Have one day of rest. I'm a firm believer in having a day of rest and then just slamming away the other 6 days a week. Grant Cardone always says this. He says, pay the price now so you can pay the price later. I like that. There's something to be said for that. There's a lot of wisdom in that. I got to pay attention to this merge right here. It's actually not a merge. A person came to a complete stop. And if I wasn't watching, I would have kissed their back bumper. So it's a good thing I'm not looking in the camera. People say all you do is put your phone on your rear view mirror and talk. I'm like, yep, That's what I do. That's what I do. I'll get to work. I will blow dry the stash. Not necessarily hardcore handlebar, but I'll blow it to each side. And I'll put a little balm in. Sometimes I use a little hairspray to kind of contain the beard. When you see my beard like fully contained, it looks just like a smooth cotton ball. That's because I did a little spray. And I want it to look great. Thank you, dear. Lady just flagged me on. Give a break and get a break, man. That's cool. I like that. Give a break and get a break. Have a great day, man. I'm getting ready to go in the parking garage now. This is that part where I always like wind down really quick. Turn on the lights. I'm driving past all these Teslas right now. They're all parked right now on each side of me because there's a Tesla store in the mall, in the damn mall. A Tesla store. Tesla is such a beautiful looking car. Holy cow. They kind of look like Jaguars. I mean, they're just incredible looking. All right. Take this off. Take that out. You guys are awesome, man. Go and kill it today. I'm dead serious, man. Do something. Hope we can meet sometime. If you have a product, send it to me. I'll review it intelligently and honestly. I asked you that in another video, and I will give an honest review. I don't care if it's a beard product. I don't care if it's a power tool. I'll do my best. So thank you so much. Talk to you real soon. Bye.